英検準1級の単語テスト30を始めましょう。
Constrain. Constrain. The teacher constrained the students from leaving early.
Constrain. Constrain. The teacher constrained the students from leaving early.
Bilateral. Bilateral. They signed a bilateral agreement between the two countries.
Bilateral. Bilateral. They signed a bilateral agreement between the two countries.
Potent. Potent. This medicine is very potent against infections.
Potent. Potent. This medicine is very potent against infections.
Judicial. Judicial. The judicial system ensures fairness in law.
Judicial. Judicial. The judicial system ensures fairness in law.
Pierce. Pierce. The needle pierced his skin.
Pierce. Pierce. The needle pierced his skin.
Cease. Cease. The factory ceased operations last month.
Cease. Cease. The factory ceased operations last month.
Heap. Heap. She piled a heap of books on the table.
Heap. Heap. She piled a heap of books on the table.
Vice. Vice. Smoking is considered a vice by many. She was appointed vice president of the company.
Vice. Vice. Smoking is considered a vice by many. She was appointed vice president of the company.
Grain. Grain. The farmer harvested wheat grain.
Grain. Grain. The farmer harvested wheat grain.
Empirical. Empirical. The theory is supported by empirical evidence.
Empirical. Empirical. The theory is supported by empirical evidence.
Fiscal. Fiscal. The government announced a new fiscal policy.
Fiscal. Fiscal. The government announced a new fiscal policy.
Die away. Die away. The sound of the bells died away in the distance.
Die away. Die away. The sound of the bells died away in the distance.
Rub down. Rub down. He rubbed down after finishing his workout.
Rub down. Rub down. He rubbed down after finishing his workout.
Back out. Back out. She decided to back out of the agreement.
Back out. Back out. She decided to back out of the agreement.
Call off. Call off. They called off the meeting due to the storm.
Call off. Call off. They called off the meeting due to the storm.
A government introduced a strict fiscal policy to control spending. However, some people criticized it, saying it would constrain economic growth. A bilateral agreement was signed between two countries to improve trade relations. The deal was based on empirical data and research. The judicial system reviewed the agreement to ensure fairness. Officials tried to prevent any vice such as corruption from affecting the process. Despite efforts, one country decided to back out of part of the deal, which forced the other side to call off a planned joint project. In the end, tension slowly died away, though trust remained fragile. A powerful, potent medicine was developed to fight infections. Scientists supported it with empirical studies and data. During testing, a needle accidentally pierced the skin of a volunteer, but the treatment still proved effective. After the trial, staff rubbed down the equipment carefully. Outside, wind and noise slowly died away as the lab became quiet. A small mistake caused a heap of problems, but most issues eventually ceased after proper correction. The experiment also studied grain structure and materials, showing how tiny changes can affect results in a judicial and controlled process.